Hey, hey, hey. What's up, y'all? It's me. It's me. I'm here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. This is for entertainment purposes. Enjoy it. If it gives you clarification, wonderful. Thank you, guys. Okay, that's good. Today is February 4th. It's 3:39 p.m. Spirit said, welcome to the Tarot Dome. It's not the Tarot Dome. Nope, it's all upside from here. It's a change in the wind, a change of tides. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. I wish you nothing but love. I receive nothing but love. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on. What's the tea? What's the tea? You dodged the bullet. That's what the tea is. Some of y'all dodged the bullet. Yep. You blocked all that negativity out your life. You stop acting crazy. Stop playing with crazy people. We got the Queen rising in reverse. Some of you guys should be stepping into the spotlight, into your power, but you're not doing it at this time. It's like you're holding back. Maybe you're being called to hold back, right? Not really step into your spotlight. Or some of you guys are not stepping into your spotlight. Okay? Unable to because you're trying to block something or something. I don't know. Let's see what's going on because she's in the reverse. I really wanted to try to turn her up right, but it ain't my will. Listen. Reflecting in the reverse. My deck, listen, girl fight. And what's that sticking out? Carless. So somebody wants you to be off balance, right? Somebody wanted you off your game to have you, like not be centered. You could have been somebody that like to meditate, or maybe you should. But I feel like a very balanced energy, very nurturing, loving, giving, kind of person. You know what I mean? Somebody that will always assist, right? What's going on here, Spirit? Well, this could be Spirit telling you to okay, Spirit could be telling you for you to reflect more, to do more meditation, more prayer, right? So that you can, open up and utilize your gifts. Look, I'm telling you, somebody is trying to block you. Somebody's trying to block you. Somebody's competing with you. Yeah. Who is this spirit that's competing with my collective? This could be a mother. Somebody doesn't want you to remember something. Maybe you blocked it. Maybe something that you blocked. Right? Something you don't want to deal with. You don't want to think about. Right? That was you blocking it. Maybe you felt like you had to do it to protect yourself. Okay, because you want to block out the negativity. With this Queen of Cups in reverse, this could be somebody that could be very negative, right? Somebody that's very manipulative. Right? We got hooked. Yeah, somebody, you could have released yourself from something. Dirt digging. Somebody's trying to find something on you. Somebody wanted you to be addicted, to have addictions, right? Somebody, yeah, somebody wanted you off center. Yeah, If you had addictions in the past, somebody wanted you to go back to that. Somebody's been looking, trying to keep tabs on you to see if they can find some kind of evidence of you doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah, because they feel rejected. They don't have any access into your life. So, of course, if they ain't got no access, right, you must be out here strung out and shit, right? Yeah, listen, they obsessed. It says obsessed lover, but this could be anybody that was possessive, unhealthy, toxic, or karmic in your life. Take it how it resonates. That's what they're looking for. Jackpot. They can't have a part of your fortune. They can't be a part of they can't siphon from you anymore, Spirit said. Because, a lot of people, a lot of times, especially for us addicts, I can speak for, I think for a few, maybe not for everybody, but when we were in that low vibration, people took a lot of advantage of, of us, and I'm not just saying that they just took it, because we willingly gave it, because we really just wanted to get high, we didn't want to hold ourselves. Listen, happiness hater, it's in the reverse. Yeah, somebody wanted you to self-sabotage, I'm hearing. That's not nice. Yeah, but they watching, they spying, they looking for dirt, they asking people questions, they trying to find out who you dealing with, what you doing, who's in your life, what's around you, you already know, right? What did I fucking say? Somebody's trying to find some kind of evidence. For what, Spirit? Listen, you minding your business. You leaving that behind. Yeah, dodge bullets. Let's put it with, here, okay. Yeah, you leaving that behind. Look, they intimidated by you. They bothered. Well, what's going on with the collective spirits? Since you're running, you mind your business, you staying in meditation, you're staying active, you're treating yourself well, you're healthy, right? You got your mind right. Yeah, somebody, listen, I'm telling you, look at this, it came back out again. They feel threatened by you. Spirit said they don't believe what they seeing. Well, that ain't your problem. Your problem is to just be. Come on, Spirit, listen. Because they can't be a part of whatever it is, because you are definitely winning. Yes, you're winning. They can't get it. They ain't got no access to you anymore. You recognize the role that they played in your life as well when you was down there on the bottom. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. See, a lot of people think that just because somebody has an addiction that they stupid. Let me tell you something. Addicts are some of the smartest motherfuckers in the world. Let me tell you that, okay? Because addicts know how to get their shit. Stop playing with me. Addicts know how to lie. Addicts know how to manipulate. So, listen, just because they put the drugs down don't mean they put their fucking mentality down. They could put the drugs down and still be out here grinding and doing dirty shit and doing niggas wrong. You hear me? Listen. Or they, but it's a mechanism, right? It's a pattern recognition. They see it. They remember how you was acting when they was down, and now that they ain't doing, they ain't got the substance in their body. You can't use those same tactics to manipulate them, and they know it. And then what's funny is how that turns, right? Is because now people know you see them for who the fuck they are, and now they can't handle it. But when you was down there, you was the talk of the fucking town. You had the spotlight. It was all about how you was living. So listen, it's only fair, right? That now that they get to do some healing too. People get to see them for who they are. Yep, and what role they played. Yeah, somebody don't believe it. You dodged the bullet. Yep. Yep, they trying to find out what's going on with you. Well, I don't know, Spirit. If that's not the energy that you have in your life, they probably never gonna see you. Until they raise their vibration, right? And if they're still in that energy, You're not in that. You're on a whole nother timeline. Your experiences and the universe is going to start ushering in things for you on the timeline that you're on, not from the past. Oh no. Listen. All that shit that shit's played out. Justice in the reverse. Listen. It was all good when the shoe was on their foot. You know what I mean? It was all fun when the rabbit had the gun, right? When you was played out, when you was down rock bottom, and you had legal issues, and you was dealing with shit. You're not in that energy anymore, right? You're running today, but you're not running for the drugs. You're running for your life. You hear me? You ain't on that track. Ooh, come on, some of y'all could have been on the track. Yeah, that's old school. Stop playing. In the game. You hear me? In the game. Yeah. Screens. Listen, I'm telling you, somebody's trying to find out if you still out there running on the track. If you are still out there in competition. Are you competing? You know what I mean? Are you, trying to, what I'm talking about. Competing is, like competing, materialism, bragging rights and shit like that. No, I feel like with this is quit smoking, running, keeping myself healthy. You dodged a lot of bullets, plenty of them. There was plans for your ass. I promise. Yeah, if you would have kept going in the direction you were going, collective. Yeah, they probably would have. You would have been the big sacrifice. Yeah, you would have been the big ass bag. Let me get. You know what I'm gonna fill it in with? Look, spiritual haters in the reverse. I can't make it up. Yes, woo, child. You done healed. You done healed that part, that self sabotaging part of yourself, right? Because when we in that energy, we realize. If we continue to engage, then that's always going to be all we know, all we have, right? And understand that we have to separate ourselves and take a risk on us, right? Sometimes that shit just get fucking tired. I'm just going to speak for myself. That shit gets fucking tired. Of going nowhere, doing nothing, losing every fucking thing, jobs, money, material shit being... Man, listen. We gonna talk about it. Yeah. Listen, I'm not trying to glorify none of that shit, but it was the route that I came through, okay? So I get it. I understand this energy here. Yeah, they trying to get evidence, yeah. But you keeping your ass as far away from it, and not because you're scared, not because you're running, but because you overcome it, right? You understand, how big of a cost it is to do that. You know what I mean? Losing enough things, and not just things, but yourself, right? Becoming a slave to something. Ooh, child. And I'm gonna speak for myself. I was more than anything, I was a slave to other people. And if that's what the other people were doing, I was engaging. You know what I mean? So that's something I had to find out about myself, because what I found out about myself was I didn't even like that shit. But the body is struck. Those urges and all that other bullshit, and the mind games and all that. Yeah. 1414, come on, spirit, talk about it. What we got here? You didn't misread the vibe. They're just wait a minute. You didn't misread the vibe. They're just not vibing back. You didn't spirit. You didn't misread the vibe. You people can smile in your face, but energy does not fucking lie. And like I said, you know how they say how a drunk person always tell the truth, right? because it's that inner shit that comes out. Well, let me tell you something. When you under the influence too, don't get it twisted. A lot of people think people be out of it, and they don't know what's going on, and they don't see you going in their pocket. They don't see you taking it. A lot of people think that shit, but I'm gonna tell you, Lord have mercy. Somebody, child, gonna get enough of thinking somebody don't see them. Alright, that's for somebody, because Spirit showed me that somebody's been thinking somebody be out of it when they get high, and they child. What we got here, Spirit? Yeah. If they're still finding themselves, help them get lost. Confusion. Oh, and the other energy I was gonna say, like when I said this was a parent. If this is somebody that you always felt like, the connection wasn't there, that this person, like low-key didn't really like you, Spirit said you didn't misread that shit. You did not. They were not vibing back. They were not. Now, somebody could say they're on a healing journey, right? I don't know. I feel like somebody's confused. Somebody, yeah. I don't know. Somebody, I don't know. It's like somebody wanted you to carry them. You know what I mean? So to speak, like be their guide. But they didn't want you to get a big head or to feel. See, this is somebody projecting. Somebody felt like you were smarter than them, right? You knew more than them. You were braver than them. You're not too. Look at this. You're not too much. They're just emotionally snack size. I'm trying to tell you something. Somebody was jealous and envious of your nature, of your fire, your enthusiasm. You know what I mean? Your tenacity, your perseverance, how you overcome shit. Ooh, yeah. Somebody don't want to believe it because they still lost, because they were unable to overcome whatever it is they needed to overcome. That they're jealous. Yeah. And they may say that you're too much, or you're over showing off. So to speak. Why are you so happy? This is somebody that feels like you're wearing a mask, right? You wear a mask for the public, but in secret, right? This is what they're trying to look for, any kind of fucking sign. That's crazy as shit. That's good. You're on a platform. They're like totally examining everything around you. Listen, let me say, if you gotta stalk them online, you already have the fucking answer. Didn't I just say if you have something online? Man, listen. Yeah, you're not investigating because they're trustworthy. You're searching for proof that they're not being played, right? That's not love, that's CSI, romantic regret. That you're not being played, not them. You're not being played, like somebody's trying to trick you, right? I told you that. What did I say with a magnifying glass? Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Stop playing. Yes, that's what they doing. Somebody is like really motivated. You deserve flowers, not confusion. Come on now, you do. Anyway, anything else going on here for these folks? I don't know, I feel like there's something I was supposed to say to y'all. I can't remember what it was. They don't deserve a second chance at your peace. Listen, that's why you running for your peace. You did not misread the vibes, whoever this was. All right, this could be it could be, it could be male or female. Let's just put it like that. It could be somebody that you would think would be somebody that would be nurturing, caring, had your back, you could trust. This person turned out to be you seen it, right? You seen it when you was upside down, and now you upright. Come on, spirit. Now you upright. If the only If they only show affection after 2 drinks, come on, spirit. Ooh-wee. If they only show affection after 2 drinks, congratulations. You're dating Jekyll and Vodka High. I'm telling you. This is somebody, but you already know it. That's the thing, you know. That's the thing. It's like when we put down the drugs, the alcohol, whatever, the sex, the women, the cards, you know, the gambling, all of that shit, all of that. The closet shit, all that shit, right? When we put that down and start to, you know, clear up and start to work on ourselves, we still see you. I mean, I that's for me. Excuse me. My. I still remember. You know what I mean? I remember all the laughing, all the sneering. I remember the dirty look. I remember all of that shit. But I never held it against anybody. I just, you know, started moving different. Like you, that's all you gotta do. You gotta start moving different, right? Look, stop journaling about them. They're not that deep. Okay, Spirit said get off of that subject. Spirit said get off of that. Let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you. Heard loud and clear. What we got here? You wanted red flags, not a damn parade. Okay, so somebody could be like, listen. Somebody didn't want. It's like you're helping people to recognize red flags, right? And somebody, you know, it's like somebody could be like, you could be triggering somebody a lot. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. And somebody could be, you know, somebody could be about to go on their spiritual awakening, because it's like you're putting up these mirrors. It's like, okay, Spirit said every attack that they try to throw at you it's a mirror. It reflects back to them. And it's like now it's like you're causing all these red flags, and that means now somebody's fucking going through an awakening. They scared to death. How could I be wrong? This could be a narcissist. Narcissists don't believe they ever wrong. And other people are seeing it too, you know. Not just within whoever this is that's been fucking with you or trying to catch you up, but, you know, in their own lives. And that makes it hard for a narcissist when people can recognize their energy, you know what I mean? Yeah, it makes it hard for them to attach to anybody. You're trying to grow a garden in someone else's emotional parking lot. Rose and concrete, huh? It feels like a game. It's because it is. What? This is chess, not checkers. Listen. Graduation, baby. You're not confused. You're being played if someone keeps switching up the rules, flips the board, and walk away. You're nobody's pawn. Absolutely. Stop watering that dead soil, right? Stop planting where there's no roots, right? Ooh-wee. What else? What's this over here? Your standards didn't scare them away. Their lack of integrity did. Wow. Look at that one. And this is the shit that they don't like about you. And this is the shit that they don't like about you, collective. Oh, God. Spirit, what's the message? What's this? Don't confuse with talking, but we're building something. Yeah. You may have, you know, somebody may have, somebody tried to trick you, collective. Somebody thought that they had you thinking that y'all was going to build this everlasting thing when they was really only going to snake you. Come on, Spirit. Ooh, he's not a mystery. He's just avoided and has poor texting hygiene. I'm telling you, this is somebody that thought they was playing. Somebody thought they was going to catch you up. They was going to come in and take all your shit. You hear me? They was going to take everything. Yeah. Somebody thought they was smarter than you. Slicker than you. Remember what I said in the beginning about addicts, right? Some of the smartest motherfuckers, right? Yeah. Like, listen, we just stopped getting high. We ain't fucking dumb. And we remember the game, nigga. You know, we don't hate the player, hate the fucking game. Look, you can't heal together. One of you is the reason the other one needs healing. Stop playing. I remember those days too. Trying to heal together. We can do this. We got this. We can do this. We can. All we gotta do is just stop doing this and stop doing that. Oh my God. Let's get some more energy here. Let's get some tarot. Alright. The Spirit said if you gotta stalk them online, you already know what it is. You gotta tell yourself, listen, at this, oh my God, there's nothing here. I don't know what to say. Do what you gotta do. Whatever floats your boat. What floating they boat, Spirit? Ooh, the Two of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. That you ain't taking no shorts. Spirit says you ain't taking no short money. That's not me, y'all. That's not me. That's not me. But yeah, this is somebody that held back from you. All right, they held back, giving you commitment, loyalty, security, peace. They held that back from you. They played with you. They were very immature. Even if this is the parent, you know, childhood trauma, you know, they grew up a certain way. They lived their life a certain way, you know what I mean? For whatever their reasons was. You know, unless they tell you, you don't know why you feel like, you know, I don't like you. You know what I mean? What can you do? Child, don't let me go to the Bible up in here. Who's Spirit, child? You better get out the way. He says, Spirit said, get out the way. Get out your feelings. I done told you. Somebody's Spirit said, I done told you. I done told you. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody know what that means. I done told you. Okay. If this was a marriage, you could have, this could have separated, this dissolved, disillusioned. Didn't I say that already? But anyway, I feel like spirits, you know, you dodged a bullet there as well, because somebody wasn't really ready for you, right? They weren't emotionally available. This is somebody that felt like you were competition to them, or you were something that you were some kind of challenge, I guess, so to speak, something like that, right? What we got here? The Hierophant. God moved you out the way. Yeah, you were led out. If they still finding themselves, spirits, help them get lost. And you're not too much. They're just emotionally snack size. Five of Swords. They was competing with you. They were trying to bring you down instead of trying to learn from you. You know, and if they were confused, they could have confronted with you, but they wasn't even open to be vulnerable with you. You know what I mean? That takes vulnerability. That takes trust. Our spirits, they didn't even trust themselves. This is probably why somebody is about to go through a spiritual awakening. Because see, they can't project and reflect and send that energy towards you and have you around them and create illusions about you. You know what I mean? Because you have removed yourself. And yeah, wow, it's like you really absorbed a lot of this person's energy. Yeah, because a lot of people won't accept it. They won't take this from this person. So yeah, they really missing your shit. Yeah. Spirit said you know how, because you know how to tip, you know how to handle it. You know how to handle them. But it wasn't the fact that you could handle it. It was the fact that that's not the way you was going. You weren't there to be somebody's sponge. You know, somebody's personal healer. You know, so that you would, you know, be so drained, because how are you bringing, where you going to get it from? Because your vibration is so low, you can't even reach the most high. Fuck that. No, your whole, listen, no more carrying the load, nigga. No more carrying the load. Listen, I'm telling you, listen. And this person was stealing from you. That's a whole nother thing. Right? They were deceiving you. Look, 4 Wands, this was a marriage. This was a home. This was a commitment. This was a contract, Spirit said. This was a contract. You were abiding by the contract, so that's the only way that you guys stayed afloat is because of God's favor. Justice. Justice. You're getting justice for that. You're getting justice for that. Yeah, because this person was competing with you, man, for real. And sabotaging you at the same time. Taking things from you. Taking and not giving back, right? And not only were they taking, but they were also trying to sabotage the next crop so that you wouldn't even get a fucking crop. At the end, they was going to be gone with what they had stolen, right? Right? They was going to be gone with what they had taken from you. Child, please. And thought that they were going to, look at that, look at that, look at the universe. And thought that they were going to prosper and build. Spirit said, they did nothing survived. All the seeds died. They were unable to build off of it. Ace of Cups, look at that. They were unable to build off of anything. When you left, you were the fertilizer. You were, God, child. You was the favor. You were the favor. You were the one covered. They knew that. They knew that, but they thought that they had took away all your blessings. That Ace of Cups. They thought they took it all away. Right? That's because God just turned off the faucet. That's all, baby. Listen. He just slowed the flow. Gave you enough just to get by. That one, yeah. So somebody thought that they had did their thing to you. They want to move and catch you. Ooh, come on out, Spirit. What's going on here? But justice is here. Now the universe will balance things out. Somebody took credit. They took their blessings on credit. They owe. Yes, they did. They listen. Yes, they did. They owe. They owe restitution, Spirit said. Yes, they do. Ooh-wee. Knight of Swords. Yeah, they owe restitution. King of Swords, because he was a liar. They were Spirit said they were useless. They were somebody that was in an honorable position, and they turned the shit upside down. They turned that position upside down. You know what I'm saying? Like this, King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that was that was given an honorable position, and they turned it upside down. That's what I'm hearing. They was a jokester, a trickster. A pawn, Spirit said. They don't even know. 5 of Wands. Look at that. They don't even know. Yep, they don't even know. 4 Cups. They were a pawn. You were the queen. You weren't. You were smarter. You were more skilled. You seen the moves. You counteracted. You was. Oh, come on now, Spirit. Listen, you know how you think of chess, and I ain't never played a game of chess. But I get it, though. I have a board. Yeah, I've been looking at it and trying to learn it. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like I can see it in people. I can line people up and see it that way on a board. You feeling me? If that makes sense. God is good. Look, 4 Wands, graduation, celebration, elevation, baby. Come on now. Yes, sir. 4 Pentacles. Yep, you learned. You learned when to fold, right? Your peace and your spirit And your freedom was not worth you gambling with this person. The Emperor. Somebody wants to control you. Somebody specifically wants to control your finances. Somebody really thought that they had the power to stop your ability to manifest. Okay? Because they probably done it to so many other people. You know what I mean? They got so many people as spirits on their roster that they keep. You know, every time they get a little bit of energy, they'll show up and they'll zap them over just to keep them in rotation. Spirit said, nah, that ain't how it went down over here. Because you are the queen. You are the empress. You know the game. And in order to become the empress, you have to go through all the queens. And not just all the queens, but all the queens, the knights, the pages. You heard? Thank you, Spirit. That's how it goes. 4 cups. 4 wands and 4 cups. 44 could be significant. This is somebody with, ooh, child. If this was 2 women, this is somebody that was very jealous of someone. Somebody could have been jealous of your home. Look, the Hermit. Yeah, you starting to. Yeah, you see it. You see it. You see everything. You see everything. Shit. Yes, you do, baby. You see everything. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And that's why you pull back. That's why you started using your discernment. That's why you stopped letting people get so close to you. That's why you stopped telling people your business. That's why you stopped running in the same circles as everybody else. That's why you stopped. You turned the tap off. What's going on here, Spirit? You turned it off, and it's back on now, baby, because you learned the lesson. Yes, you have an overflow. You know it. You got blessings coming from the universe. I feel like God was holding things up. You know, leaving things just to a drip, just enough to wet your throat. You hear me? Because he knew people were siphoning off of you, and people were trying to stop your blessings, block your favor. Look, Page of Pentacles. Yes, sir. 10 of Pentacles. Man in the reverse. Look at this. Look at this shit, y'all. The Queen of Cups in the reverse and the damn Devil. Look at this shit. Child, please. That should go again. Yeah, you close the cycle out. When you healed yourself, you stopped being a fucking target for somebody. You stopped, you started to stand up, and that may not even have been easy, especially if you have always been, whatever, we're not going to do that one. Anyway, that's your message, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the message. I will see y'all in the next one. Deuces, y'all stay up.